Good evening, boys. Welcome to Lost Ark of Pirates Parley. This is our very first episode. This is a new series that we're bringing out. I'm pretty excited. Tonight, Tight is joining me. Tight, you guys will know him from New Wednesday and Empire Gaming. Yeah, Tight, introduce yourself, man. Let people know who you are, where they can find you. Tell us a bit about you.
I'm TightEys, the rowdy Irishman. I stream daily on Twitch, and yeah, I'm part of PG. Best clan in Europe, we'll say for now.
Let's go.
Until we go to America.
Can you tell people where they can find you? Twitch.tv/TightEys Live, is that right?
TightEys Live, yeah, that's it.
Awesome. And if you're here, you probably know who I am. So, welcome, boys, to our first Lost Ark show. I'm pretty excited. So there's a bit of a plan. Tonight. So we're gonna go through a few things that are on the Lost Ark website. We're gonna kind of use this episode as a way to introduce the game to kind of our community, and for you guys that haven't or know nothing about it yet, this is what we're gonna do. So a little bit about what Lost Ark is, a little bit about Welcome to Lost Ark, which is kind of it's basically an update from Amazon Games and the Lost Ark team, and again how they're bringing Lost Ark to the West. So we'll go back in time like we did for Newer Wednesdays. If you haven't watched Newer Wednesdays yet, boys, if you're on YouTube, I'll put a link in the sky somewhere. Come and check it out. And yeah, so I'll get started. So if you guys didn't know, Lost Ark has been in development for around 8 years now. It was originally released in, if you didn't know, I'm reading some of my notes here. It was originally released in 2018. This ain't stuck in my head, I'm afraid. It was released in 2018 in Korea, but it is now apparently live in Japan and Russia. Everything that I've read has basically told me that it's been a fucking massive success outside of the Western world. So what's happened is Amazon Game Studios is now going to be publishing this for us guys in NA and EU, and they've teamed up with Smilegate, which I believe Smilegate is the one that has developed the game. Basically, Amazon said that this is, I don't know if I've sent you this time, but Amazon Game Studios said that this will be first of many games that they will bring to us and publish to us. So a little bit more before I fire some questions towards Ty. So Lost Ark is going to be free to play. Sorry, being hairy, I get hairs everywhere, even in my mouth. It'll be classed. It will be classed as an MMORPG. You're going to have 5 main different classes, and then there will be each with their own sort of specialization. So in total, there'll be around 15 different classes to play. And finally, of my brief intro here, it's going to be released on the 31st of December, according to Steam. It actually says on the website fall 2021, which leads on to my first question, Ty. Given the history that we know of New World and Amazon, do you think that they will stick to their release date for December 31st?
Well, I mean, I'd say yeah, purely for the fact that I think they started converting this over to the Western side. Like, one sec, I have to mute the stream. It's making me really hard to think. That's my point. Anyway, so they started converting like all the dialogue and everything in 2018, I think, what I was reading earlier. So yep. There's been some work already done. They've had a lot of time to get it ready. There's the thing about this as well is once it releases here, there's tons of content already in it, like so much content. It's just a matter of whether they've got all that dialogue turned over and made it more westernized or whatever they were trying to say in the form that I was reading. But I'd say so, because it's already in a complete game, right? It's different for New World in the case that they've had to change it so many times. I mean, if you look back at the earliest content on New World, it's a completely different game now to what it was when they were first giving us a look at it,
Yeah.
So
I think I can see your eyes looking at chat. I am as well. I can see some abuse coming in already, boys. Pay to win. Free equals pay to win. Pay to win. There is some information that we've read through that we're going to go through tonight as our sort of intro to Lost Ark for us boys. And one of their statements I referred it to the way they spoke about New World. You know, obviously New World's gonna have a cash shop. Lost Ark obviously has a cash shop, especially since it's free, especially since it's come from the East. But the way they've worded it makes me feel like they're really trying to make it not pay to win. We'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, I mirror your sentiment, I think like the game is already made, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've seen it. It's been out in the world, so all they have to do is translate and, as they've so said, westernize it for us, because apparently we can't deal with Eastern culture, whatever. So maybe they're. I think the one thing that they have said throughout all of their wording is that they want to keep the sort of origin of the game. So they want to keep that sort of Eastern culture
Feel
in there.
it.
Yeah. But
See,
like, make it useful to us.
I think that's the difference, though, because I was actually reading up on this, and as far as like in Japan and the eastern side of things, there's so many games are actually accepted for being pay to win over there. Like, it's not that big of an issue over there for them.
Yeah.
Whereas over here we have such a deadbeat feeling about
Absolutely no.
Yeah, which is fine, right? It's fine, but
Yeah.
The one thing I can say, and I was playing Elion, and there is some sort of aspects in Elion as well that are very well, it's not pay to win, it's more of pay to skip the grind, or pay to get an advantage before anybody else can get an advantage, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd say this game will have that, but part of me doesn't ditch the game just because of that, you know? Like, there's the aspects there that you could be proud of for grinding yourself. Obviously, you'll be at a huge disadvantage to some of these card swipers out there, but it's part of the game, right? An MMO is supposed to be grindy. Now, given access to people to pay for it, I don't agree on, but if it's a good game, it's a good game at the end of the day, and you're gonna play it.
I mean, you can kind of see it. So both Ty and I have bought into the founders packs. I can't remember off the top of my head. This is probably, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but you can kind of see there. I think there's kind of some in-game currency that you get or something.
Yeah.
Can you remember what you get from that?
It's I want to say rubies, but that's because I've been playing Elion. It's not rubies. One sec, I'll get it for you now.
That's all right. But yeah, like you can kind of feel that, you know, at the end of the day, it's a free to play, so we have to expect some sort of paid elements within the game, of course. But I'm hoping that when they're saying that they're gonna westernize it, like you suggested there, is that what that means is less pay to win elements, and McGregor was just said there it's pay to progress, which is something what I think they're bringing to New World. Sorry,
the currency is called Royal Crystals.
Royal Crystals.
That's the premium. Royal Crystals.
What do you get for the bronze foundation pack?
So the bronze, you get beta access whenever that is, and then you get a head start, which I don't agree with this kind of method, but at the end of the day, I think it's the same for most. Yeah, it is. For every founders pack, you get 3 days access to the game before launch. I'm just double checking that's every single one of them. Yeah, that's every single one of them. It's only 3 days, so the higher that you pay, you don't get any more extra days or whatever. The bronze, you get a founder exclusive pet, which looks like a cat. 30-day crystalline aura, which I'm guessing is like a subscription thing. You get like Triport Cost Welver, Liner 50% discount, stuff, all that kind of stuff, extra XP, like 10% XP gain and stuff like that. And you get a title. And then the rest of them, they just add like a silver supply crate, a gold supply crate, some extra avatars and stuff like that.
So we might be able to put it in that category of they're turning it into a pay to progress, as Google said. That'll be okay. You know, that's absolutely okay, because I guess for, you know, most of us here, we're all pretty hardcore gamers. We have time to play, most of us. And you know, for the mates that don't have that time, they can pay to keep up a bit. So it's all good. So we'll move on. We'll do a separate sort of segment nearer to the time when it releases about the foundation packs and whether we think it's worth investing the money into it or not. We'll learn more as we go. But for now, we're going to jump over and quickly watch Just Again, because it was genuinely fantastic and it won't be on the YouTube. So while we're here, let's enjoy that trailer that we just saw at the start of the stream. And Tight, feel free to talk any way through this, because it is genuinely fucking awesome. Yeah. If anything you want to pick up on, just give me a shout. Okay, I'm gonna stop already, man.
Yeah.
Boats.
Pirates. Yeah.
I mean, this scene here, man. I am.
I've already watched so much gameplay on this too. I want to say so much, but I'd ramble. But the boat system in this is actually legit. Like, it really is. It's fun. It looks fun.
Evening, cutie. Welcome, man. When was the release date? So the release date for Lost Ark at the moment stands at 31st of December this year. There was talks about a beta coming in summer, which is technically summer now, so we may get access to whether it's closed or open.
There is actually a forum I was reading, and apparently we could probably... Now, this is all, you know, he said, she said kind of thing, but apparently in the next couple of weeks we could see a beta. Whether that's this week or next week, I don't know. But there was a forum I was reading where they said it's coming close.
Cool. If we find anything and you guys that are interested, we will share any sort of form filling scenarios or anything like that through the Discord. No problem. All right, sorry, I'll stop rambling, mate. Okay, I'm gonna ramble quickly one more time. Mate, I fucking loved the series of films Transformers, and this guy doing the voiceover just gives me those Transformer vibes. Sorry.
The Lost Ark.
It's so good.
But a myth. A relic from the half-remembered Chain War. But now, our world has been...
Back to New World vibes. This deer absolutely makes me feel the deer.
Even the backdrop, like the smoky red mist and everything.
Yeah. These are the old spark. It is. That's what it is. It's the old spark, man. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Our world has been torn once again. The demons have returned.
Can I just say, just the whole design on everything I've seen in this game, like the monsters, everything, it just appeals to me 110%. Like every bit of it.
I absolutely love the idea behind it. Like typically, if I'm thinking of playing a game, I like things like Hell Let Loose or Battlefield, where it feels real. Like this doesn't obviously feel real. It's all kind of fantasy. But this is like, I love Diablo. I do love things like this, but typically I would, the reason I'm so hooked for New World is because of the feeling. But I absolutely agree, man. Like it's looking
There's
cool.
also another part of this game that I love, which is they know how well they've done with the design of everything, because I don't want to say too much again, but I'm like screaming to say so much, but like you'll be going through certain dungeons or whatever, and the camera, because it is a top-down game, so you don't really get that dynamic in most top-down games. The camera will start to change and like pan towards like the monster that you're going to, and he might be like 10 miles away, but you'll still see this whole cinematic while you're running and everything. It's just, it's so good.
Dude, that's awesome, because anyone who knows me knows I'm a sucker for a good cinematic. Like I loved, remember, I don't know if you remember when the new Sea of Thieves patch came out and Jack Sparrow was in there, and it just looked fantastic. And then Ark 2, I remember watching Ark 2, and the cinematic was just phenomenal. So yeah, man, it gets me excited. And if there's some of that built into the game, beautiful.
Absolutely.
Bring destruction and waking nightmares.
Okay, so this is something that I know absolutely nothing about at this point. With the research that you've done, Tight, all of this that's kicking off on this particular screenshot, is this something that you would see, or you're not sure at this point?
Okay, so I haven't seen anything as far, because obviously it's when you're playing, it's a different kind of. It's a different perspective.
Yeah.
But I can definitely tell you, I've seen over hundreds of enemies on screen at one time. Like definitely, like there's parts where you'll like. I was watching I think it was a dungeon they were doing. I'm not sure, but he ended up breaking this crystal, and then like 5 enemies flew in, and you're like, oh, okay, like five like dragon kind of things. And then next thing, 10 more came behind them, and then 20 more came, and then the 30, and then this guy just pulled them all in, and then just used one ability and just blew them all up. It was the best thing ever. But there was hundreds of them on screen at once. Like, it's great.
Whoever put this trailer together is an absolute beast, man. I'm sure it's more than one person, but what a trailer. Okay, talk to me about pirate ships, Tight. What can we expect? Is there any? I know you briefly mentioned about ships, so
I've seen the gameplay on it, and obviously it's all click to move and stuff like that. But from what I've seen, there's like trade. I could be completely wrong here, by the way, guys. This was a video I was watching.
That's okay.
There's like trade routes and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure there is PvP on the sea as well.
Okay, we'll dig deeper into all of these elements. Like, if you guys have just kind of tuned in or you're just watching on YouTube, then this is our first episode behind Lost Ark, and the way we do things is we understand a lot, but we learn as we go. So we'll be learning with you boys. But yeah, let's crack on.
That's a raid boss.
Out of hope, we turn to myths to prove that not all is lost.
This scene got me so fucking hyped. I have no idea what's going on, and I know absolutely nothing at this point, but holy shit. All I saw was like Minas Tirith, you know, Lord of the Rings style battles popping off, and I was just like, oh my god, please let this be a thing in the game. Holy shit, yeah, I got pretty excited. Yeah, sorry. Mega, absolutely mega. So yeah, that was the trailer to Lost Ark. I have some more gameplay footage that we'll play shortly, but I'm just in the background going to bring up the Lost Ark update, and we'll run through a bit of what they've published out right now. Okay, I'm good. I'm here. So I'll just quickly run through this type. Feel free to butt in again.
Yep.
Okay, so the bards in Arkesia tell of a legendary war in which the demon Kaziros, I'm going to fuck up all of these names. I am so sorry to the entire east of the world.
I'm just glad you're reading it, not to be honest with you.
He was defeated with the aid of a powerful relic called the Ark. Now Kaziros and his demon legion have returned, seeking bloodthirsty vengeance, and it's up to the heroes of Arkesia to stop them. Set sail across the wide world and fight the legions of darkness and unleash the legendary power of the Lost Ark. It just sounds fucking cool, you know. It's everything that you would want to hear from an MMORPG like this. So finally, embark on an odyssey for the Lost Ark in a vast, vibrant world. Explore new lands, seek out lost treasures, and test yourself in a thrilling action combat. Define your fighting style with your class and advanced class, and customize your skills, weapons, and gear to bring your might to bear as you fight against hordes of enemies, colossal bosses, and dark forces seeking the power of the Ark. I mean, it sounds fucking cool. I very rarely read game sort of
read it all
descriptions. Yeah, but genuinely sounds fucking cool. And whoever's put this together again has an incredible creative writing ability. But yeah, so that is a very basic intro to Lost Ark. So something that we'll just keep reading through these bits here, because there's a little bit of interesting info, and then we'll jump over to what they're doing to actually bring this to the west. So explore without limits. Explore 7. Let's pop this up here. Explore 7 vast, varied continents and the seas between them to find vibrant cultures. So this here again makes me feel and reminds me of New World. You know, where we got big lands. The thing that this has that New World doesn't have, by the sounds of it, is the ocean, and we can explore the ocean. So us as a pirate community, this should be pretty fucking cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if you know any more about this, Ty, but I would guess that this is kind of
so there is actually life skills in this game, so like, you know, crafting and mining and stuff like that. I don't know whether it could be tied, like going out in your boat could be tied to fishing as well. I'm not sure, but there is those skills in the game. Whether they implement that, like imagine having to go out in your boat and fish or like hunt down whales or something, just something like that. I'm guessing could be part of this game, but I haven't done any research on that just yet.
Yeah, that would be cool. Slam says can't even swim in New World yet. Vibrant culture.
It's just a running meme that now, isn't it?
Yes, mate. When it comes, it is going to be the greatest day for New World players, man, and the New World community. So varied continents and the seas between them to find vibrant cultures, strange and fantastical beasts, and all the unexpected marvels waiting to be discovered. Delve into the secrets of Arcadia, prove your might in battles and raids. I know you're excited about them, Ty.
Oh, I can't wait. 16-player raids, boys. Come on. This is what we need in New World.
Compete against other players in PvP. Travel to distant lands in search of hidden riches. Face packs of enemies and colossal bosses in the open world, and more. Oh no, man, it's pretty cool, right? I feel like it's cool. And again, like I typically don't. I really enjoyed Diablo, but I never got into Albion Online or any other games that kind of have this top-down feel. But I feel like it's time to try again and really invest.
I was exactly the same as you, Dan, and I'm telling you, just before this game comes out, download a game called The Ascent. It's
I've heard good things.
Go play that, and it'll change your mind on top-down games. It was so fun, and seeing the combat in this game, it's going to be so satisfying. Like I know it will.
I think like part of the things that I enjoy about gaming is bringing loads of people together and completing things. So like if there's a good clan system or a good guild system, then, you know, for me, bringing, you know, pirate gaming community together, people from outside the community to just play Lost Ark with us, and having maybe New World and Lost Ark as like our go-to games as a community, man, like that gets me excited. You know, regardless of whether it's first person, third person, top down, whatever, I'll enjoy it because I'll enjoy everyone else out there kicking ass and seeing us kind of succeed as a group. So that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah.
I'll get asked Ascent, the steampunk game. Yeah, it is. I'll get that one. It's very short, mind you. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money, well, it's not a lot. I think it's like $20 or something, or £20, but it's probably about 3 or 4 hours worth of a campaign in it, and there's nothing really to do when you complete it apart from side missions. But it's good. It's a great top-down game. That's got me into top-down games.
£5 an hour, sorted. Great deal.
Okay.
Oh, Ogit says, but what about our highly loved dude? You guys have been absolutely brilliant. I've heard of great things coming from the pirate gaming clan within Bless. Absolutely, guys. If you're watching this, looking for an MMO to play, we have a great Bless community within pirate gaming, and I will drop the link in the description and the chat. There you go, boys. Get involved. Okay, so moving on to define your fight. So a bit more information here. Lost Ark offers easy to learn features. That's good for people like me with unexpected depth and room for customization. Hit the ground running with your pick up and play action, and then take control of your combat with the unique tripod system. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's a normal term, but I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, I do this all the time. Unlock 3 tiers of customization for each of your abilities. I'm assuming that's the tripod because that's free. Giving you powerful control of exactly how you fight. Lost Ark's ever-expanding roster of iconic classes, each with their own distinct advanced classes, offer plenty of room to explore. Blah, 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 blah. Then you can unlock 3 tiers of customization for each of your abilities, giving you unprecedented control of your combat style. That's fucking awesome. So the whole class system is going to be a complete... it's got to be at least an hour, if not more, of me and Tight talking about that. So we'll go through all the classes, what you can play, what you can't play, what you can play, and our sort of suggested and what we're looking to play in a future video. And I think pretty much lastly on this one, so your odyssey awaits. Sounds pretty fucking cool. Splash into this. I think this is just descriptive text non-stop here, but there is a little bit of info come from these. So splash into massively satisfying ARPG style combat and progression as you quest, raid, and fight on the scope of an MMO. Whether you want to play solo, in groups of friends, or matched up with other adventurers in the world, there's an epic adventure waiting for you. Awesome. Fight in the open world or delve into chaos dungeons. Go head to head in expert PvP duels. Test your mettle on epic quests. Raid against bosses big and small. Hold your own in the fight against the Demon Legion to reclaim power and the light of Lost Ark. Sounds fucking cool. Sounds cool. So we got in there confirmation of PvP duels. That's good. Open world or chaos dungeons. Go head to head in expert PvP on that. Test your mettle on epic quests. Raid against bosses big or small. And this thing here, maybe the fight against the Demon Legion. That's obviously the big enemy.
That could be the last part of that trailer that you've seen, where the army is all lined up and they're heading towards that.
Yeah,
could be something to do with that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
31st of December, Rami. Right?
Yes. Yeah. That's the confirmed date on Steam. On their website, it does say fall. And just finally, we'll just run through this. The same goes for other features. As you continue your journey, you'll find non-combat skills, crafting, guilds, and social systems. That's fucking awesome. And other rich features that bring the world alive. Whether you want to I thought that said swim. Oh my gosh. Whether you want to skim along the surface or dive deep into the details is up to you. Fantastic. Sound pretty cool so far, Ty? You liking the look of Lost Ark?
Dude, I'm loving it. Look, do you know what? So see the picture we have between us right now?
Yep.
So it just screams Monster Hunter for me. Right,
Yeah.
like just the design alone, I love the game already. Like I genuinely do. I know it's nothing like Monster Hunter or whatever, but it's got that design that I like, that art design. I can't get over it. I was in the room there earlier with Spiv, and we were just watching videos on it, and I was in the bed like a little girl, like oh, it's so cool. Like what the hell? Yeah.
Because you really enjoyed Alon, right? Alon?
I did really enjoy it. It's super fun. The combat in Elion is very satisfying, I'll say that. It's just they have a couple of things that they shouldn't have done, and they made it kind of like a mobile game. But
pros and cons. Second man, thanks so much for your prime, you legend. Oi 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 oi. Guys, if you just tuned in, Twitch or YouTube, we are just going through our first Lost Ark show. So we're going to move on to what they're doing to bring Lost Ark to the West. There's quite a few interesting things here that they're planning to do. I think we briefly discussed on it already. You know, how they're gonna take for argument's sake, an Eastern game and bring it to the West. But I'll run through this and we'll stop and we'll pick up on things as we go. So, future heroes of Arkesia. We are excited to reveal that Lost Ark is finally coming to the West. We are working with the developers at Smilegate to faithfully bring you this beloved game while preserving the developers' original vision in this unique take on the MMORPG genre. We hope players enjoy this beautiful, vast, and thrilling game as much as we do. So onto some juicy info. Maybe some of you guys will find this interesting. Maybe you find it boring as fuck, but let's run through it. So Lost Ark is an enormous game. For context, it has over 3 million words. Sounds cool. Over 16,000 lines of dialogue and over 1,500 NPCs, and is quite the undertaking to localize. So, just for context on that particular topic there, when they say localize, that is what we're talking about. Absolutely bring it to the West. So whether that's translating dialogue or translating text, that's what that means. Impressed by 3 million words, Tight? I don't know what that means in context, but it sounds like a lot.
To me, it just screams there's lots of lore, or there's just lots of meaningless screaming. But whichever one, they both work, I guess.
The game has been in development for 8 years, was released in Korea in December 2018, and is currently live in Korea, Russia, and Japan. Bringing Lost Ark to the West is more than just localizing the 16,000 lines of dialogue, and as we know, many of you have questions about what this version of the game will be like. Today we will share a bit about our approach to localization, plans to create, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is kind of where it gets interesting, and I think there'll be a lot of opinions forming from this. So Lost Ark is a stunning, feature-rich game. Yes. Let's get to the juice. An action RPG game, genres with the game modes and systems not typically found in Western MMORPGs. For example, sailing. Yes, we know that. New world. Bring us boats, please. Homesteading, affinity systems, harvesting and crafting, and much more. I think it's kind of. I feel like harvesting and crafting's in quite a few games that a lot of us play, but maybe and hopefully it's in much greater detail. But we'll see. So we are partnering with Smilegate to adjust areas of the game to better meet player expectations in Europe and North America. Maintaining Smilegate's original vision of this award-winning game is extremely important. Our intention is to provide the authentic Lost Ark experience for our players, and all our localization efforts are being conducted through the lens of preserving the spirit of the original game. I kind of asked you this at the beginning, but do you think that Amazon can do this? I mean, it's a tough question because we don't know the ins and outs of the studio.
It's very difficult because they haven't gave a release date, right? So it's not really as if they could delay it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just says fall. Like fall could still be a small bit after December. You know what I mean, or whatever. But I don't know. It's hard to tell. I would say if Amazon want to keep a clean slate, they shouldn't. Because anything they release now from after that, if they've already done that for 2 games that they've released, then I don't know. But see, is it all in their hands as well? You don't really know.
Yeah. Just talking about the release date as well briefly there, just to show you guys. So it says the planned release date is 31st of December 2021. What would be super cool is to see Amazon stick to this date, I guess, based on what we've seen with New World. It's not the end of the world, but yeah,
they could easily change that as well. It could be sooner. You know, it could be the start of December or whatever, but you don't really know. Like,
that would be nice.
And there's not much that I've seen to kind of be like, okay, well, if they're doing this, then they definitely have it ready. You know what I mean? Like, but time will tell, I guess. We just have to do the whole New World thing on it and just keep getting our hopes up. An emotional roller coaster for all of us.
Myth says Steam uses 31st of December for lots of games. It's just a placeholder. That's something I did not know. Oh.
The trailer does say fall.
It does, yeah. Everywhere officially says fall. Steam says 31st of December. But there are games that I've seen on Steam that just say coming soon as well, or some shit like that. So
even what's that? The Day Before, that's supposed to be released this year.
Yeah.
I mean, that says that's still on coming soon or whatever.
Yeah. Purchase. Guess the only fear of Amazon is hoping they're not stretching their resources too thinly too early in the gaming world?
I don't. I think they have. I'm pretty sure their game company could rival most on pretty much any at this point, right?
Resource-wise, they.
Yeah.
I think people. I don't know the official figures, but I think people have basically said Amazon have spent a lot of money on developing the studio and the games that they've got so far, and all the discussions behind the whole Lord of the Rings thing must have cost absolute fortune in people's time and effort. Like maybe not developing anything, but the time and effort. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They were hiring over 150 people recently. Yeah, I've seen the hiring chats, especially on Reddit and other forums about Amazon bringing in loads of new stuff. So,
all we gotta wait for now, guys, is the new Amazon console in the next couple of years. Watch it, rivaling
yeah, that's
Sony,
what they're hiring
Sony
for.
and Microsoft, yeah.
Building their own console,
and they have their
games.
console only. No, they'll still be making their games. They just won't have it on any other console or PC.
Just specifically their console. Mate, they know what they're doing.
They're gonna take. Watch.
So the Lost Ark's business model. We understand the business model is a primary concern for players in the West. In all regions, Lost Ark is a free-to-play game with optional in-game purchases. We want to assure players that the Western version of Lost Ark will be a fair, fun, and great gaming experience where in-game purchases are completely optional. That says a lot of things in that sentence. So that's very well worded. We think it is important that players have a path to acquire all items in our version of Lost Ark without having to make a purchase, with a few exceptions. I love that sentence. It sounds great. For example, founders packs, services like name changes, etc. We are still working through the details with Smilegate and will share more details later this summer, along with Prime Gaming benefits. Go on the Prime Gaming, bigging up the Amazon. So one point here would good to get your point on is that we think it is important that players have a path to acquire all items in our version of Lost Ark without having to purchase, with a few exceptions. What do you think about that, Tight?
I absolutely. I know for a fact there's going to be pay-to-win aspects in the game, or at least pay to
progress
or pay to guarantee in that sense. Like if there's some sort of gear upgrading system, there's definitely going to be like these little stones that you can buy that like give you 100% increase to your enhance or something like that. I guarantee that will be in the game. Now, I don't have a problem. Part of me, I don't know. Part of me doesn't have a problem with that. Not because I'm going to use that system, but because if it's already in the game, it's there. But I've accepted this game enough to be like, okay, it looks good. It looks like I can get involved in it. And I think that's another thing about having, PG as the community we are. Like, we'll all be playing it anyway, right? Even if it's a case where we're all playing it together and we're not really worrying about all these other people that are like max level, max everything. At least we'll still have that, them moments where we're doing raids together and we're doing all that. We're all on the same page as each other. So there's that. So I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it. But I understand it.
Drew makes a good point. We could probably get all the items in the game, but he says it would take 10 years longer to get the items. So
sure,
for argument's sake, that stone that we can go and harvest in the middle of the ocean from a massive killer whale that takes 100 people to kill. You could get it that way, or you could buy it on the store.
And then you don't get the experience of killing a whale. You don't have. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. People have issues with it. Some people don't.
Yeah.
I'm always, even with New World, I was like, so what? A cash shop? I don't care. Like XP scrolls? I don't care. I'm gonna be playing it enough not to care.
Yeah, the way I look at these things is, I would like it to be that, over a period of playing for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, let's say, if you spent between $30, $40, $50, that would kind of be what you would pay for the game anyway. So it could
Yeah.
You know, you know, if you can pay that sort of money and get some good shit to make your character pretty awesome, and that's what you would have paid to get the game anyway, I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, if there's lots of pay to progress, because the only way to really progress is to pay, because it's going to take you literally 6 months to get that one extra item.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it would be nice that it wasn't that savage, you know.
See, here's the thing. I think it's one of those things. People that have an issue with pay to win games will play that pay to win game, and they will pay to win. But I think they'll do it to a case where they'll put themselves in the negative when it comes to money, and they'll make themselves feel bad about it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's them, right? Like, they're the one choosing to do it.
Yeah.
So if you do it nice and smart, and you're like, okay, well, let me understand the game before I spend money on it, and then you're not just throwing money out for something that you get for doing a quest, 2 quests down the line, you know. I don't know. I just think there's ways around stuff like that. It's not make or break for a game for me personally.
Yeah. No, I think when we had the cash shop chat about New World, the amount of sort of pay, again, not pay to win, but pay to progress elements in lots of games that a lot of us have played. It's all there. It's just kind of not as in your face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice that they've addressed this, and you know, potentially they've. I don't know if this was out before New World, but you know, they seem to understand that they need to make it not completely go and buy a legendary weapon for $50, you know, and like, be a fucking legend.
From that sentence there, it does seem like there's gonna be, when they bring it over here, there's gonna be items that you could pay for in the other version of the game that they're gonna make accessible for people playing too, right? Like, just that sentence alone makes it seem like they've already converted some of the items to be like, okay, that's a bit too much, you know what I mean? Like, let's tone that down a small bit.
That's cool. Yeah. It is what it is. Let's wait and see.
Most of the Asian cash shop is like, hey, we bought a legendary +9 demon smasher ass clapper hammer just for $50.
Well, mate, that's perfect. I was just saying that, you know, if it's not that and you can't buy ass clapper hammers for $50, then I think we're onto a good start for what we would class as something that we like. Okay, and finally, well, actually not finally, there's 2 more bits here. Content cadence. As we mentioned above, Lost Ark launched in 2018, which means there is a ton of polished content that will keep you immersed for a long time. In fact, in our closed technical alpha, which started back in June, players will choose from 14 classes. There's now 15. That's cool. Blah, 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 blah. We have plenty of exciting content to reveal leading up to launch, and look forward to sharing more in the coming weeks. Needless to say, we are looking forward to regular content updates featuring classes, continents, dungeons, and more after the game has launched.
Yeah, I don't want this game as I can't get a demon smasher ass clapper hammer.
Mate, they're gonna watch this stream, watch this YouTube video, and embed that game for us. Yeah. Man, these guys wanted their fucking hammer, dude. So we need to put that in. Addressing expectations. This could be quite cool. It's a bit of a wall of text here, boys, but we'll read through it together. While Lost Ark has millions of players, active players around the world, there may be some content in the game that is unexpected for some Western audiences. Sometimes this can include cultural references, images, or nuances that are unfamiliar to us. While our goal is to preserve the authenticity of the original game, we also feel that localization updates can be made to the game which make it feel more approachable and more representative of our Western players. We want players to... Do you feel that's a bit racist, Tight?
Calm down, let's not go down this road. Steer off course, quick.
we want players to enjoy and embrace all of the interesting features and quirks that make Lost Ark unique and wonderful. Lost Ark is a massive fantasy world with a lot to localize, and we've been hard at work for quite some time. Our approach is additive and extends well beyond our localization efforts. This is kind of cool. We're happy to report that in-game text and voiceover will be available in English, French, German, and Spanish. Now, if you guys played New World and you're watching us from a New World background, we know that the voiceovers was only available in English and the rest was just in text. So this is pretty huge to have 4 languages all in voiceovers.
This is a big thing as well for me personally, right? I don't know whether it's because I'm just lazy as all hell, but I tried to play Final Fantasy. Everybody's loving it, and it's great or whatever. But Jesus Christ, the prologue, the amount of I've probably never read as much as I did in the space of a half an hour as I had to do in that game, and I can't stand it. Like, because as well, they'll be using words like huge words which I don't understand.
Or probably can't even read like me. It's like really hard to read them.
Yeah, they're like super, and they're like talking about these people that you have no idea, and there's like their name is like so messed up that you think they're talking about like a really exotic fruit or something, and it ends up being this character at the end of the game or something like that. You're like, what? It makes no sense to me. So I just hope, even if it's not full dialogue, but just a couple of lines every here and there, just give me something to listen to while I'm playing it.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It makes it a bit more not casual is not the right word, but it makes it a bit more relaxing.
Like you sit back and you can listen to it. You don't have to.
Maybe immersive is the right word, because I'm same as you. So I would sit there and I'd read something like I've done in this stream tonight, and I'll find words that I'm like, how on earth is that supposed to be pronounced? So yeah, I'm absolutely the same. So we're also working on changes that we believe will make our audience feel more at home in Lost Ark. Some areas of focus have been character creation. Be interesting to see what they do here. Yeah. From our newer background, there wasn't too much there. Knowing players of all types want a character they feel represents them, such as more options for default costumes, hairstyles, skin tones. Additionally, we're working to increase NPC diversity throughout the world of Arcasia.
So that's another thing about this game also. From the content that I've seen, all the classes are specific to a certain gender and look. So that's actually pretty huge. If that's what they're saying there, they're adding a character customization. That's pretty big, because most characters in the game, I think it's like 60% female and like 40% male, which I guess is the common thing in most anime games. But I don't know. I feel like I'm the type of person that constantly plays a dude, because I like to imagine myself as the dude in the game.
Yeah.
So
what up, Spiff?
Hey, dude.
Hey.
What up, crew? Yeah, no, I'm very much the same, man. My wallpaper on my computer is the dude from there was an Apple TV series called C with Jason Momoa, the Aquaman.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, every time I turn on my PC, I'm like, oh man, I wish I was that fucking badass.
Yeah,
and I'm like, let's start streaming and do these push-ups and actually like try and get there, but it's never gonna fucking happen. So yeah,
I'm try, man.
I'm the same, man. I'm absolutely the same. Oh geez, where do we get to? Oh yeah. Additionally, working on to increase NPC diversity throughout the world. We have also been working closely with Smilegate to make changes that reflect our audience. This effort will be ongoing. Blah blah blah. And please remember, the game is M-rated and therefore not for everyone. I actually don't know the meaning behind M-rated. I'm assuming it means mature. Yeah.
Even I know that. Come on, man.
Like that, I'm assuming. Well, I remember growing up, it was either like 12, 15, or 18, and it was like there's strict age limits. Now it's like it's mature, so I could be 6 and I could play this shit if I'm classed as mature. It's like they've just made it like broad, and they're like fuck it, everyone can watch it. Okay, and lastly, embarking on the Odyssey. We hope this has helped share some insights to how we're bringing such a massive. I don't think this is that interesting for us to walk through. It's just basically closing up. Yeah, so they've run an alpha, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be some hiccups, blah, blah, blah. Brilliant. Pretty cool. So I'm just going to leave this running in the background. This is some gameplay footage, but Tight, it's been awesome fucking chatting Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Boys in chat, girls in chat, if you have any questions about Lost Ark that we probably won't be able to answer because we're still learning about the game too, but if there's anything that you might want to ask me, Tight, something about Lost Ark maybe.
Even if there's someone Diaz in chat that probably knows about the game, type it in.
Yeah. Twist is happy. Lost Ark looks so sick. I'm assuming Twist is going to be playing then. I've seen you say that a few times, man. You're excited, right? Banana in there. Banana will settle for a great sword. How you doing next? I played the beta. It looks good, but the lack of PvP options is bothering you. You played the beta. The alpha? Was it the one that was in like June time next? Oh, the boys are saying the PvP is a little boring. Is it like Albion vibe PvP stuff? Beta alpha was the last one. Yeah, cool. It's just an arena for PvP in the most part. Well, I did read, I'm pretty sure we read through tonight, that there is going to be some open world battles. Do you know, Ty, if there's open world PvP in this or not?
I don't actually know. I don't know for sure. Not anything I've seen. It has been in the confines of a map, like an
arena or whatever. Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah. An instant space.
Yeah. Like your traditional, like you're behind a gate and then the gate opens and then you run out and it's just a little battlefield.
Beef said you can play the game right now, boys, on the Russian server. I'm actually, I don't know about you, Ty, but I'm actually gonna wait. Even if you can translate the whole game to English.
Yeah, no, I'd probably want to. Yeah.
I'm gonna hold fire and get it right.
I'd rather it be complete translation and not something that's going to send me off in a different direction. It may be the best translation ever, but still, I'd probably just wait for it.
So, next week I think we can dive into maybe the classes a bit more, or we'll find something else that we can look into. I think the classes will be a good one. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be a good way to kind of figure out what we're going to play too.
Yeah, have a chat about that. Beef said he played the alpha, but he's going to wait. Same with you guys. Classes and skill sets, it'd be good to go through that. Yeah, there's actually there is a video per class by the sounds of it, and there is a lot.
I watched it earlier. It's actually pretty. I've been obsessed with this since you brought it up, so now I'm all for it now.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Well, I think that if you're happy to, I think that concludes our very first Lost Ark show, boys.
Absolutely.
Tight. Thanks so much. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
It's whatever the Twitch URL is /TightEys Live.
Yeah, boy. Twitch.tv/TightEys Live.
Yeah,
gotta make sure you.
I haven't got used to saying that yet.
Go give him some love, or as Twisted says, Tight will be on Spiv's stream because he's in the background. In the background of Tight is our very own Spiv.
She is.
Yeah. I am gonna raid Gamer Thirst. He is one of our Pirate Gamer members, and he is online right now. So, what is he actually playing? He's playing Pokemon. Like, I'm a big Pokemon fan, so let's share some love, boys. If you are here and been supporting from New World and have stayed for Lost Ark, I fucking love you. It's been a wicked journey getting to know New World and playing New World with everyone. So hopefully we can do the same with Lost Ark. It's definitely not going to be our main. I think New World is going to be our main game, but you know, Lost Ark being a free to play, if New World lacks content at any point, we can switch over. We can play Lost Ark, and we can all have a game that's been what did I say, in development for 8 years. We are not going to be lacking content over there. So yeah, keep in touch, and I will put the description. I'll put the link to our Discord below. and anything else that you may need from us, and to come get involved in the community. But yeah, Ty, thanks again, man. Boys,
Absolutely.
join us for the raid to Gamer, share some Pirate Gaming love and some Lost Ark love tonight. And yeah, see you later, boys. Thanks again, Ty. Big love, man.
All good.